I want to run all of this by another really good lawyer, one of the sharpest legal minds in the game. It's Joe Tacopina. He's a criminal defense attorney. He's a former prosecutor. He is also fresh off of a very big win in the ASAP Rocky assault case. I guess we now call you ASAP Joe, but welcome to the program, Joey Tack. It's nice to see you again, ASAP Joe.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Sorry for the fancy attire. I've spent 5 weeks in a suit every day, so I'm just done with suits for a few weeks.
And I'm sure I heard somebody say that you were off to the gym as well. Listen, you can show up any way you like, Joey. You and I go back, 30 years or 25 years or something like that. I feel like I'd be steaming too if I were a defense lawyer and I was watching HBO and I saw a bunch of evidence being presented by cops and a mayor that I hadn't received in discovery yet. I'd be mad. But is there anything really wrong with that?
Well, it gives a perception of a sort of lack of sort of priority. It gives a perception of lack of fairness. I mean, you're basically showing evidence that hasn't even been deemed to be admissible yet to potential jurors who, we don't know if that's coming in or not coming in. That shouldn't be done. Look, that office did it. In my case, when I had the so-called rape cops case, which they were acquitted of being rape cops, even though they were called rape cops for 2 years, that case, the same thing happened. The Sex Crimes Bureau did a whole documentary for HBO, and they were discussing the evidence in the case. And it's first of all, we should have had all of that information. We should have had the statements that were made because they were discoverable. They were statements made by witnesses in the case. We didn't find out about till after the trial. Fortunately, we won, and nothing really came of it. But it's just not a good look. And really, honest to God, with all the issues you have going on with this case already, to go on TV and give fodder for the defense, to make some noise, it's really not a smart move. I mean, Eric Adams doesn't seem like he can do anything right now. He's a hot mess. Why he would do that, why the PD would participate in that, I don't know.
I also wonder if they're looking at this virtual love fest that's been going on, not just outside the courtroom and then inside the courtroom with all the Luigi, ladies. I don't know what to call them. They're Luigi lady fans, but also online. Like, it's wild out there, Joe. Online, the supporters that this accused murderer, accused executioner, has, which brings me to my next question. Is it possible for Luigi Mangione really to get a fair jury and a fair trial?
I think the question should be inverted. Is it possible for the district attorney's office, the people in the state of New York, to get a fair trial? I mean, look at these morons. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to call them. But anyone who's out there with a Free Luigi sign, wearing those stupid, ridiculous hats, thinking that it's really a funny thing that a guy who's accused of cowardly assassination of a father of two on the eve of Christmas, it should be freed because they have a problem with the healthcare industry. Like, he's some righteous killer because they're going against the behemoth, corporate America. Well, if that's the case, we should start killing these chairman of BP, the oil company where there's all those problems with the leaking of oil into the sea and all these other industries we don't like. I mean, we might as well hit every, that's UnitedHealthcare. What about Oxford? What about all these other healthcare CEOs? Do they get murdered? I mean, murdered. I mean, look at this. This is disgusting. What a coward. And then he runs away. It's just,
a lot of people, I'll tell you, Joe, a lot of people have said, were he not so handsome, this would not be raging in the press the way it is. It just wouldn't be the same press story.
I really hope that's not
There's
the
the victim of the case, right?
Yeah, I really hope that's not the case because we look so stupid as a society if that's the case. What I'm hearing,
I'm with you,
which really drives me crazy, is Ivy League schools and students at Ivy League schools are really supporting his release, which makes me think we are backwards.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.